welcome to the Hand Toolery. My name is Andrew Malacy. Today I've got a video that's a little bit different than what I normally do, but it's a couple of tricks and tips, some hacks if you will, that you can use to make use of the shavings you're making in your hand tool shop or with your hand tools in general. For me, they just are a nuisance, and normally I just throw them away or burn them or whatnot, but I've found a couple good techniques that might help you along the way. And if they're not my original ideas, I will link down to where I've originally found them. And if I don't know where I've originally seen it, then I'll just make sure that I state that. But I hope you enjoy and that it's useful, and I'll see you around for the next one. Just take a good bunch, wipe it off. And get some more. There you go. Let's say you've got a dog that just will not stay put and just falls to the ground every time. Take a medium thickness, not super thick, not super thin either, just take a medium thickness shaving, put it underneath. There you go. Holds it up. And of course it'll break the shaving, so you're probably gonna have to keep getting new shavings. What's really great about this is that you basically have an infinite supply of shavings in most cases. Alright, this next hack or trick is, I'm sure one that you've already thought of. It's using your shavings as kindling. And for that, I like to take thicker shavings, and I usually just get a piece of scrap that's lying around, something like this, or on the fire stick or marshmallow stick that I made with my daughter whenever I was planing it down to 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch by 2 feet long. I took my scrub plane right here, and I just set it really heavy to knock it down real quick, and I kept the shavings from that, and I just balled them up into a ball. And so this is the result of that. You can leave it like that, but I like it to be a ball because I like it to burn a little slower. And then, again, you want pretty thick, crunchy shavings, ones that almost break as you plane them off. And then what I do is I just take them and I put them inside a napkin or a paper towel because it contains it, not for any other reason. And I like really thick shavings because they burn a little slower, they smolder. You can use thin or thick shavings, doesn't matter. I've used a little bit of every different type. Not gonna lie, I was a little nervous because the wood was a little wet. We just had a sprinkle, so I'm glad that worked. I'm gonna take this off because I don't want it to get melted. But I'm not gonna cut. I'm gonna show you. I haven't cut it. And that is caught, so not bad. We're about 2.5 minutes is what that took, so great. And something I want to point out is, look, not even the entire ball is consumed yet. The entire ball of shavings hasn't even been burnt up. So that's pretty incredible. Right now you're seeing it finish up. So basically I've just got a big pile of shavings here, and the paper is just to contain it all. We've got some yellow pine, but that tends to sort of fracture when I go really thick on it, when I cut really thick shavings. So I took some poplar as well. That tends to stay. You can see just how thick they are. And then I really just compress it up. And just try and fit it all in there. And then I just light it. What you want out of this is a really slow burn. If you have thin shavings that are not really tightly compacted, then they're going to burn quick and it's not going to catch your charcoal above on fire. So I try to take thick shavings and really compact it. Hopefully then the fire can climb its way up and through. The fact that we still have some thick smoke is a good sign, but at this point I generally like to lift it up, or at least tip it, and see if we've got sign of it having caught. Looks like it. I'm going to give it a little bit more. I don't want to wait 20 minutes and have it be a failure, because occasionally this method doesn't work, but I find it works better than what they recommend, which is to ball up newspaper, because I really don't get newspaper. And I always have to end up using like the glossy coupon ads that come in the mail. So I found those don't work too well for me. And since I have an abundance of shavings, this works great. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a little bit more, and then I'm going to see if it's glowing underneath, if the charcoal is caught. Okay, no sooner did I say that than I looked under here and I saw, can you see the orange there? There it is. So it looks like it's caught. I have that fan that if I want I can blow air onto it and help speed up the process. But yeah, you could basically at this point, if it's good and caught, you could just leave it and come back 20 minutes or so and it'll be almost ready to go. Alright, you can't feel it, but it is very hot around here. I'm about a foot away. You can see the orange of the coals there. So I'm going to transfer this to the bottom, heat it up with the fan there, and cover it, and we're going to make some food. My gosh, it's hot. Alright, on the same slab I'm working on, I've got a split out here. I've already put some glue in it, but now since I'm messing with it, I'm going to put more. So our split is right there. Another good use for shaving is you can make a bandy clamp out of it. This came off another slab I'm doing. I'm just going to compress it and hold it tight. I'm compressing the crack, holding it down. Now, I don't claim this is anywhere near as effective as one of the commercial ones, but I just need a little bit of pressure and this is going to do it. Here we go. I'm happy with that. Seems to have glued up fine. Not a bad solution if you ask me. Again, these are hacks that I'm actually using and that I've actually done. I'm not saying you shouldn't go out and buy something commercial, but if you're in a pinch, that worked for me just now, and heck yeah. Alright, so I've got this piece of pine here, and it's got a nice smooth finish on it, but I'm going to plane off a layer, and then I'm going to keep the shavings, because you can use the shavings to put a nice sheen on it. You can burnish the wood. So All right, so I'm just gonna take the shavings, do a ball here. You can see, now some smoothing planes will put a nice sheen on it. You can see mine could be sharper, but it's got a little bit of a sheen. And we're gonna see what happens whenever I take the shavings and just burnish. So we're gonna take the ball of shavings like this. I'm gonna go with the grain. All right, so I don't know if you can tell, but to me the sheen is a little bit more. See how it's a little duller over there? And then see how it's much brighter over here. But the feel is the biggest difference. Very smooth. Can you hear how rough it is over here? Smoother, rougher. Let me put my hand in the middle. So yeah, you can burnish the wood, add a little bit of a sheen, and definitely smooth out the texture a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed this video of 6 ways you can use shavings in your shop to hack your woodworking, or at least, you know, help you around the shop a little bit. Thanks again for watching, and see you around for the next one.